you've got for me. Okay, so how often should I change my workout routine for muscle hypertrophy? Okay, now this is a simple question, really. Um, the answer is as soon as it stops working, don't overthink it, man. You know, you see people talking about 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks, whatever it may be. Look, at the end of the day, if you're on a program and it's working, you're getting stronger, you're getting better, and keep it going. What are you playing at? Getting rid of it. It's still working. Use it. Squeeze it out. If you had a sponge, you had a sponge that was filled with water, squeezing it and squeezing it, squeezing it. No matter how much you squeeze it, more and more water's coming out. Is that a good sponge? Yes, it is. Is that sponge still working? Yes, it is. That sponge isn't broke, is it? So why would you do that in this case with a program? You just go out, just leave all that. Yeah? Make the most of the program you've got. Now look, here's the counter argument. It just so happens that when it comes to most of these programs, plateaus are usually hit between weeks 6 to 8, sometimes 4. And that plateau, if you're in plateaus in 4 weeks, then you're just not motivated. You're just lacking motivation. Simple. Simple. You just need novelty. That's it. Okay? I do my clients at least 6 weeks and maybe more if needs be. So yeah, usually it just so happens that between 6 and 8 weeks, that's when you begin to hit a bit of a plateau with that program. Okay? So if you are thinking, okay, how do I set my next mesocycle, all this sort of stuff, have it ready. Have it ready. This is my advice. This is what I do with my clients. I would have it ready regardless. Okay, have it ready and waiting with consideration on what is known as the RTE, or the residual training effect, that you expect to have as a result of the program you're currently on. Okay, that's important. Listen to that. With your next mesocycle that you're preparing for, I want you to consider and take into consideration the residual training effect of the program that you're currently using. So remember in the last video we were talking about muscle growth, hypertrophy, and rep ranges. Maybe in this program initially we're focusing on increasing our rep ranges, and we've maybe doing 100 kilograms for 8 reps on a squat or a bench or a deadlift or whatever it may be. That's irrelevant in this moment. Maybe in the next program, your increased ability to persevere through a set despite lactic acid buildup or something along those lines is where you're going to maybe turn into some sort of muscular endurance phase. Or maybe you've done a strength phase and now you're going to look into converting that strength into more power-based or speed-based lifting if you're a sports person. Or it could be that you're going to work the reps you've done for 4 to 6 reps, and you're going to go, I'm going to go for 8 to 10 reps on these. Maybe you switch a few exercises where you go, on the top of the bench, I went and locking myself out, so maybe you put more triceps in, or something along those lines. Okay? Now, the thing is with this, you need to understand how you want each program to develop into the other. Okay, think of them as dominoes. Okay, think of them as dominoes. Each has a outcome that it's looking to achieve that spills over. Spillover is a big one. Spillover is a big one. It spills over into the next phase. Spills over, spills over, spills over. And as you see, your lean mass goes up, your maximal strength goes up. Okay? This is the effect of a program. Now look, see where I'm making these little waves up? This is a chart that we have on my training app. I have a training app that we use, and we'll see these shapes go through the chart all the time. Now, this is the result of us using programs to their fullest extent. Okay, I've had clients use programs for 12 weeks, 10 weeks, even 16 weeks in a row. I've had clients who's done for 8 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row, even 3 weeks in a row. As soon as it stops working, that's when you switch. But whilst you're getting the most from it, that is when you squeeze it out as much as you possibly can. Now, I don't know where you're from while you're watching this, but in the UK, there's a show that everyone knows about called Top Boy. There's an actor in it called Dushane, and his partner, who is called Sully. Sully, okay. Sully's the sickest, by the way. Wait till you watch that show. It's boss. It's on Netflix. And Sully's like, we gotta do this. We gotta go and get them or whatever. And Dushane would always be, Dushane would always be placid and calm. And he'd always ask Sully. He'd always go, "Is the juice worth the squeeze?" Okay. In this case, if your progression to fatigue ratio is a little bit more higher on the fatigue side, where you're just training to get tired, and you're not really building muscle, or you're not building and developing your performance in the sessions, then that is time to switch. Okay, that's another little thing to think about: strength to fatigue ratio and spillover, residual training effect. Think about these terms. Okay, what I'll do is underneath this video, is I'll leave them in the description. Then you've got them there for yourself. Okay, so ultimately, guys, the key is make that juice worth the squeeze. As soon as it isn't, go on to your next phase. Okay, and when you're creating your next program, always think about the residual training effect, the increased strength level, for instance, in phase one, hypothetical phase one, that is going to help us to lift more for more reps, and in turn giving us a better degree of volume, which we then go into more heavier weights on our strength phase. Okay, these are things to think about very much so. Okay, and as we say, the right time to finish is when you feel that fatigue and you're just draining your body, and you notice it. You notice it in how you're performing. You're not really getting heavy on the lift. You're tired, getting a bit bored of the workouts or the exercises. Now, one little thing as well, when you are changing your program, do not be so stupid to totally switch everything up. New exercises, new this, new that. No, okay? There's a thing called primary exercises, and they are very important. Your secondary exercises support the primary exercises, but the primary exercises are what we progress. Now, I'll speak more on that in another video, but as we say, this was a good one to listen to. Make that juice worth the squeeze. Think about your RTE, your spillover, your strength to fatigue ratio, and make sure that your next program supports the one before it, and make sure the one before it supports the one after it. Okay? So look, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for listening. My name is Matthew, and again, if you want my free ebook, I'm literally giving it away for free. It's selling for $10 on Amazon, and it's literally flying out. It's called The 38 Laws of Power. It's written by me. The amazing